So good morning and welcome again by a MACS webinar. Today the webinar is about IBM Control Desk self-service portal and the IBM Control Desk mobile app. First, I want to give a short introduction about IBM Control Desk as a product. So what exactly is IBM Control Desk? And for that I have encountered the following slide, where I actually put Control Desk next to IBM Maximo, which I think a lot of you are familiar with already. And on the left side we can see the different processes that are covered within IBM Control Desk. So we can see incident management, problem management, change and configuration management, but also an important one, the service catalog, which is a very powerful functionality. And later on in the presentation, I'm going to also show and tell you why that is. So that's a short introduction about IBM Control Desk. Then I will proceed with the topics of today's webinar. First, the self-service portal, and specifically report an issue. So when I go to the next slide, you will see that the UI of the portal looks slightly different than the back office UI of IBM Control Desk and also IBM Maximo, which are the same. And we have the same underlying base system actually as each other. And we can see here that the UI is slightly different. This is a responsive UI, so you can perfectly also use your mobile device to enter those screens, and it will also alter itself to the size and the measurements of the screen that you're using. So when I sign in, and in this case I do it as Bob, my self-service requester, I will get to the next screen where I get a couple of options and some other things we can see. So first, the ones that are popping out: report issue, my tickets, and also request service. So those three boxes where you can choose from. And also we can see some search functionality above here to search, for example, for solutions. Below here some section with the latest news, and also on the right side my recent tickets that I've entered. And this box actually it's a possibility to chat with some agent about a problem you are having at the moment. So when I click on report issue, I will go to the next screen, and then we can see directly that at the left side I'm able to fill out all the fields I need to report my issue. But on the right side we can see the virtual agent of virtual assistant, as it's called, that will help me actually directly by searching for some possible solutions based on my description. And as you can see, I've entered the description password reset here, and on the right side it will come up then also with one of the solutions possible: corporate network account password reset. And when I click on this solution, it will bring me to the next screen. A dialog pops up, and we can see actually a description, the solution itself, a cause, and eventually there can also be some attachments to this solution where, for example, extra help is provided, or let's say a description with screenshots of something, how you best can solve the issue you are having. Well, in this case I choose to click the cross here, top right, and that will bring me to my next screen to give feedback. And this is what he automatically does, because it wants to keep the knowledge base. In this case it wants to keep it in a good condition. So in this case it asks me, did it solve my problem? Well, I'm not sure, so I'm clicking not sure at the moment. And by clicking not sure, I will be brought back to the report issue screen. So in this case I'm entering the type of issue, and you can see I'm about to select network connectivity. And when I click on network connectivity, you will see that a lot of additional fields will be added to the form, just to make sure that with those questions you get the right amount of information to best help the user that has this problem. So those fields are added automatically. Here we can see them again. And also when I've filled in all this information based on another type of issue, it could be that other questions are asked. So when I proceed by entering the and submitting my ticket, you can see that my issue was reported successfully. And I can open the ticket directly from here. I will do that later on with another one, but for now I choose view all issues I've reported. I have some options here. This is one of them. I click on it and I directly been navigated to basically the second option I had on the first screen, also my tickets. And there I just have an overview of all my tickets that I've reported. I have a little filter box on the right here where I can filter on some words or that kind of stuff. And also, yeah, I see just an overview, and I'm able to open the ticket from here, which will give me a detailed view. And I will come later, I will come back to that in another one. So I will go to the second one, the self-service portal, and then the request service part. So if you remember the first one of the first screens, this is in fact the third one. So request service, with the question, what can we get you? So this is also connected to the service catalog I told earlier in the IBM Control Desk product. And when I click on this one, you can see that there's a sort of catalog where I can choose the sort of service I need. So you have some chapters, as you can call it. And when I click, for example, in this case on Human Resources Services, I will get only one service, in this case, onboard a new employee. So this is the one I want. I could also have searched for it in the search box directly here, or I could have added it once before to my favorites, for example. Then I can directly use those functions. But in this case, I wanted to use the catalog functionality. So when I click on the service, it opens it directly, and sort of as before by reporting the issue, I get a little bit of the same screen, but those are based on the offering which is behind it, and I will come back later to that. But here are the fields I have to fill in for this particular service. So I can see here for a new employee, I at least need to fill in the name and the contractor number. I want to fill in the start date, so I click on this little date icon here, which brings me this dialog and helps me to, on an easy way to select the start date for this employee. So I click on OK. I have filled in the proper date, and I've also filled out all the other fields I need to fill out on the way I needed to. And when I'm done, I click on the submit button right on top here, and that will automatically submit successfully my ticket again. And in this case it was a service ticket. So before I opened view all my requests, but now I'm going to open the request number itself, which will bring me to the detail view of the ticket. So this is actually the ticket in detail. So what it first will give me is an activity log, and where you can see all the steps that have been taken already. So down below here we can see that the request of course has been submitted. Then the status is automatically changed to new. There is an approval requested, so automatically some approval has been sent out to the person who it needs to be assigned to. And also automatically an email has been sent from out all the steps that need to be taken for this particular service. And also we can see, of course, here attachments, other ticket details, all functionalities that I have the possibility to view and to execute here. Also, for example, here to add a comment, just to let the agent know if there's something to add or something like that. Well, that brings me then to a little bit of the back office part of requesting a service, because yeah, I wanted to show that also because it's a very powerful functionality. And the back office will look a bit like this. So first, a screen of a start center. So I've requested the service and automatically it will come up on someone's start center. In this case, it's Fred, and he is the person that needs to do a first approval on this service request. And he can directly do that from his start center by clicking, for example, this dialog, this icon. And when I dive a little bit deeper into the offering itself, so how does it look in the back office? And here's actually what we can see. Under line manager approval and fulfillment manager approval, now the choice has been made for the default workflow on both of them. But it could be also that this one is pre-approved for another service, for example. Or we could say, I want to use a custom workflow for that, a self-built workflow which has the proper process to walk through to. And well, in this case, it has been chosen to set on default. So that are all the steps in default that need to be taken for this service. And here by fulfillment options, we can see also that there is a ticket template entered for this particular offering. There are some more possibilities. So you can also say, I want to use a job plan here, or I want to use the standard work order workflow. But in this case, there is only a ticket template entered, and a ticket template is also some functionality which has a lot of functions in it, and I will show it on the next page. This is an example of the ticket template that has been used for the service a new employee. So there are 5 activities down below here, and we can see create security badge, create IT accounts, prepare an office for the new employee, etc. And you can see also here on the left side by job plan, for the create IT accounts, a job plan has been filled in. And also for prepare a new office for the new employee. And of course, as for everyone who knows a job plan, a lot of stuff can already be in the job plan. Tasks to be executed, labor or groups that need to perform those actions, and all that stuff can be combined in this ticket template. So in this case, for create IT accounts, everybody who needs to work on this task for this new employee already got an assignment on their start center, for example. So this is what I also wanted to show a little bit about the offerings and the catalog functionality which is in IBM Control Desk, which is very powerful and easy to set up actually, and also the possibility to make it fully automatically, so that yeah, the most efficient way of working can be done in a service request for basically every service. So then beside to the self-service portal, there's also another portal which is the basically the agent portal, you could call it that, and it looks slightly different. I go from there from the self-service portal, and I use this button below here, and I click on go to agent, and that will bring me directly to the agent portal. So here we can see the dashboard of the agent portal, which has an overview of his open tickets, his unassigned tickets, his or hers all open tickets, and he can directly click on one of those tickets directly from the dashboard itself. So right now I'm clicking on this one, 1025, and it will open the detail view of the ticket. And here it looks a bit different as the self-service one, of course, but you can see all the information from the ticket which I need to work on this one. And you can see also here with network connectivity, also here the different other questions are there. And also on the right side here, I have some options to, for example, to perform some actions. And when I scroll a little bit down, we can also see that those functionalities here, for example, user information, the activity log, related records, for example, possible solutions for this problem, are all there. And for example, the related records functionality gives me also the possibility to create a follow-up incident or problem or a change or even another service request for this ticket. So a little view into the agent portal of the IBM Control Desk service portal. And then also, beside the self-service portal and the agent portal, there's also, how we call it, a configuration portal. And the configuration portal is opened the exact same way. So we click again on this arrow icon, and we say go to config. And then it will bring us to this screen, which has some functionalities in it. For example, the customized theme functionality. I will show this one in more detail. And when I click on that one, it will bring me to the next page where the default themes, the blue theme, the dark blue theme, and also the light blue theme are shown already, which are standard. And on the right side here above, I can click on the plus sign and fill in a name for my own theme I want to create. And then when I click on the plus sign, it brings me to the next screen where I'm able to create my own custom theme for the self-service portal. And we can see on top here, for now, the general page has been selected. So here I have some general options. In this case, for example, I want to add our organization logo to the portal. So I click on the header logo image. We can see right now that it's empty right here. So I click on there, I search for the proper logo on my laptop or on my computer, and I can play a little bit with the width and the height to make it look very good and to have it as wished, actually. And also I have some possibilities here to change some colors. For example, the header background color, the menu background color, and stuff like that. And when I go to the next page, we can also see that I've actually changed the background color of the header for this page. And when I go a little bit further, I can also do that, of course, for other pages. For example, the login page or the home page, which will come later. Let's first select the login page. So when I open or select the login page, it will be shown directly on the left. And I can easily change, for example, the color for the sign in button background color. So I will make this one red. And also I've already made the login header text color red, as we can see right here. So in this way I can configure the self-service portal, in this case self-service center, to my own wishes and to the organization standard. So these are some possibilities you have here. And when I go one slide further, you also, when you go to the home page, this one of course is familiar now because I showed it a couple of minutes ago in the demo. And here I also have a lot of possibilities to change a lot of colors and all other things to just make it match our company style, our organization style. So this is about the configuration portal, what I wanted to show, and how quickly and easy it is to change the self-service center to the organization standard. And then proceed with the second part of the webinar, which is about the IBM Control Desk mobile app. And first I want to show the role, the self-service requester, because there are two roles in here, and the second role will come after the first one, self-service requester. So at first, when the app is downloaded from either the iOS store or the Play Store, which is to download, you can download it for free. The first thing you need to do is to make sure the proper URL of your environment, your IBM Control Desk environment, is filled in. And how can you do that? For example, by clicking here on Change Server URL, this screen will come up, and then you can fill in the proper URL of your environment. When you click Connect to Server, it will make the good connection to your environment, and you can actually use the app by logging in with your user. And when I do that, in this case with Bob, my self-service requester, it will bring me to this screen where I have an overview of my tickets. We can also see it below here. I have 31 tickets at the moment, but also the possibility to create a new ticket or to find solutions. I will come back later to that one. and also to have a direct possibility to contact support, for example. But when I now click on create ticket, I directly get the question, who is this ticket for? So as you can see top right, it will guide me through those steps, 3 of them, to create a new ticket for my problem or something. Now in this case it is for me, so I click on next and it will bring me the step 2 basically, and the next question, what is the issue? And just the same as I had it on the self-service portal, I can click on the select your issue button and it will give me a dialog pop-up where I can select a proper type of issue already configured by in the system, so that I can select one of those. And in this case I select phone not working, I click on OK, and it will bring me to the next screen where you can see also directly where there are no any additional questions, but based on my type of issue, also here, just the same as in the portal, I have all those extra questions I need to fill in to make sure that my problem is picked up at a good way and they have enough information about my problem. So I fill in all those questions, I scroll a little bit down, and I also have the description, as we can see also here, of course, in the first one, but based on the type of issue, a lot of questions came in between. But when I have filled in all the fields on step 2, I click on next and I go basically to the next screen. And that is the last step of creating the ticket, which is the possibility to make sure there is a proper photo for my problem, or maybe a document which I want to add. So we can see here I can take the photo or the video directly, or I can search it in my photo library, or I can browse for some other document. And it just uses the functionality of the operating system of your mobile device, in this case iOS. So, and when I click, when I have taken my photo and I've added it to my ticket, it will show here that it has been added, and then I can upload it by just clicking submit, and it will upload my attachments directly to my ticket. And with that, I'm also basically done with the with submitting a ticket in the mobile app, and it will navigate me directly back to the start screen, where I can also see an overview of that ticket I've just created. When I click on that one, I can also see, just as in the portal, I can see the activity log and also the ticket details. So the activity log will show all the steps that already have been taken. I also have the possibility to click on the plus sign to add a comment. And when I click on ticket details, I get all the details of the ticket that I just filled in. Well, here we can see that I have the possibility to request a status update, and also I have the possibility to cancel the ticket on every time that it may be needed because the problem is already solved. And then on the last part, I've scrolled a little bit down in the screen, and you can also see that the actual attachment that I attached is also there, and I can even upload another one if that is necessary. So, and then the last part of the self-service role is find solutions. So when I click on the find solutions button down below here, the next screen will pop up, and it will directly show me the last viewed solutions. Well, this is actually because I already viewed this one in the portal. And when I click on this one, I can also use a magnifying glass to search for another one, for another solution. But when I click on the last viewed solution, in this case the corporate network account password reset, it will give me the next screen where I have a short overview of the symptoms that are attached to the solutions, basically. What is the cause and what is the resolution? And also here you have the possibility to give feedback on this solution. As you can see here down below, thank you for your feedback. And also the question you will get, was this solution helpful? All to make sure that the knowledge base behind this of the solutions will be kept in good condition. And then the last part of this webinar, I also wanted to show the service desk employee or agent role in the IBM Control Desk mobile app, which looks slightly different, as you can see. You get another start screen, a different start screen than the self-service role, and it will directly show me all my tickets, which are overdue, which are urgent, which I have due for today, and I can directly click on this one to work on one of those tickets. Also on the right side, you can see here, you can basically scroll to that side and to get an overview of all the tickets I need to approve. But let's say now I click on urgent and I want to see an overview in the mobile app of all the urgent tickets that I have. This is what it will give me. Basically on a sort of filter, it will show me all the urgent tickets which are assigned to me at the moment. And of course I can click through on one of those tickets and it will open it for me in the app. And then I can directly see all the details. And down below I also have an update button when, for example, something has been changed or we've tried something to fix it. I can change that and update it in this ticket directly from my mobile app. And when I scroll a little bit down below, a little bit further down, then you can also see the other possibilities you have in here. So that's basically it for today. That's all I want to cover in this webinar. Thanks for your attention, and also I want to ask for some attention about our next webinar, which is actually about IBM Maximo, and it's about the work centers again. What are Maximo work centers and what can you do with them? It is scheduled for Thursday the 11th of June, and also take a look at this link on this page to see also the other webinars that we have scheduled for the coming month. Again, thank you for today. Thanks for your attention. And we would love to see you back in the next webinar.